Yeah. All right. We are live on YouTube. How's everybody doing this afternoon or early evening or whatever time of the day or night it is, depending on where you are at? I hope you have all had a fantastic day so far. I have. Wow, it's been a great day. Been a great day. I did a great show earlier here on Coach Eli 2 Authentic Live Streams. It was actually, in the middle of the night towards the early morning here on the West Coast where I'm at. And got a little more rest. Spent some time with Dawn. And now I'm out here at the last minute taking a quick walk before the members only live stream that Dawn and I are going to be doing in just a little bit here tonight. I'm going to wait for some more people to pop on in, and then we will talk about the show. I'm out and about, another walk with purpose here at Red Morton Park in Redwood City, California, where I live. Episode number 717 of Walking with Purpose Live. And I've got a great topic here for you folks today. This is something that, if you understand these three aspects of life, it will change your life, and you will bring into your life anything that you want. And all you need is one thing. You will bring into your life anything that you want as long as you do this one thing, as long as you have this one thing. Okay? And it's something I'll be talking about here in a little bit. Kayla, is that you or somebody pretending to be you? Because that's pretty crazy with the Eli. Hey, dude, what's happening? Oh, that's, that is Kayla. Kayla, I don't think that's the real you. You're not behaving like yourself. Oh, you've been drinking. Well, that would certainly explain that. Tell us, why have you been drinking, Kayla? Are you trying to take care of some blues that you're feeling about life? Life's not fair, right, Kayla? Life doesn't always treat us the way that we want it to treat us, right? And, hey, I've been drunk before. It's been a long time since I've been drunk. I think we've all had our run-in with alcohol. I've had it in my younger days. Don's had it. And don't get me wrong, Don and I will still have, some drinks, but not at that level of getting drunk. But I hope you're doing okay. I hope you didn't drink too terribly much. And are you doing all right? I'm just curious to know what drove you to get drunk this afternoon, if you don't mind. Maybe we can help you work through the situation without having to further drink away. Let's put it that way. I'll be very polite. I'm trying to be a lot nicer these days, trying to be a lot more kind, or I'm trying to be kinder with my approach. I'm okay, she says. No, I was sober for 3 years and relapsed a month ago. Oh, wow. Well, I'm just curious to know if you're okay to share it. What made you relapse? Typically people will abuse alcohol or substances when they're going through a certain type of trauma. Maybe it's a loss, a husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, family member. Maybe they've lost belief in themselves. And we're going to be talking about that here today. We're going to be talking about how important it is to believe in yourself, because believing in yourself will take care of everything. It'll take care of everything. In my personal opinion, I feel that most of the issues people encounter nowadays are due to a lack of their belief system. Either having some doubts about believing in yourself, or completely doubting yourself and having no self-belief. That's a big, big, big issue. And I can certainly help you folks turn that aspect of your life around. It will change your life. I'm trying to come over here where there's some more shade. Little League Baseball is happening over on the other side. It's 84 degrees today here. Give me a second here. There are people walking on both sides, and there was a lady that was walking almost alongside me on the left, and then she looked and I had a camera and stuff, and she just totally froze, and then she just kept going. Yeah, I'm not gonna bug you. I don't bug anybody. Just do my own thing. But yeah, it's a nice day here. It's 84 degrees. It's a gorgeous day. It's a perfect day for a walk. A little warmer than I would like it, but I heard from Sandra Palacio, who used to live out here in the San Francisco Bay Area in San Jose, near where Dawn and I are at, and she moved to Louisiana last year. She said it was 100 degrees yesterday in Louisiana, where she's at, and it was very humid. Oh, add insult to injury. 100 degrees is hot regardless, but when it's 100 degrees and humid, that's the worst. I cannot stand high humidity. When there's high humidity, it could be like 65 degrees and it feels warmer. And then you're sweating and stuff because of the humidity, Let me get into a shady area and then I will get to the chat. Thank you to the 28 people that are here. Looks like we have 6 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up and please share this out. It would be greatly appreciated. While we wait for a shady spot here, tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, and we may have to push it back to 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific, depending on when I get home. I'm only going to do 2 laps. So Don and I are hoping to have the show ready to go for members only tonight at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. But we may push it back to 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific if we need a little more time. And these members only live streams are fantastic because they are a very professionally intimate setting and also a very laid back setting on top of the professionalism where, we give everybody their undivided or our undivided attention, which is what I'm trying to say. We give everybody our undivided attention. So get your $4.99 channel membership if you haven't already gotten it. And join us tonight right here on Coach Eli 2. Dawn is going to be sharing her thoughts on modern issues in today's modern world. It's going to be very interesting, and she's got a lot of experience. She's been married, divorced, has kids. You know, she's going to share how it was growing up as a teenager compared to how it is now at age 48. She's going to be 49 actually this coming week. Dawn's birthday's coming up. We're going to celebrate Dawn's 49th birthday. And we're probably going to do a show for her birthday. We haven't decided if we're going to do it members only or publicly. But we're going to do a special show for Dawn's birthday. Kayla says, it's crazy why and how I relapsed. I'm not sure if anyone will believe me. Realized it was full. Unfortunately, I couldn't resist. But anyway, I'm not sure. Like, you can share if you want, Kayla, how you relapsed. It doesn't matter whether people believe you or not. All that matters is that you're truthful with yourself. Don't worry about what the other people think. You know, if you want to share what's going on, and you know, we can help give you some support, and I can share my thoughts and opinions, and who knows? I mean, it could help you turn things back around the other way. Realized it was full. Well, I'm not seeing any other message there, and if something was held for review, I'm not seeing it here. For some reason, YouTube's not giving me options to. Give me a second here. Let me check something out here real quick. It's really hard to see the chat when it's very, very bright and sunny. So I have to get into some shade here. Hey, Z-Prod, how you doing? No, I know, but there are block words. AZ Prod, if there's anything to moderate, please moderate it. I cannot see if you wrote anything between realized it was full and unfortunately I couldn't resist. I didn't see anything there. Yeah, I don't know what happened. So let's go ahead and get to the topic here today. The topic is law of attraction, manifestation, and the abundance mindset. One more time. The topic is law of attraction, manifestation, and the abundance mindset. And today's show is going to be more about manifesting what you want to bring to your life, what you want to accomplish, right? It could be, you know, a relationship. It could be getting married. It could be having kids. It could be manifesting your dream job, whether that's working for someone else or working in the corporate world, or if you're working for someone else or in the corporate world and you want to become self-employed, you can manifest that, right? And if you don't know what manifestation is, it's basically bringing something into your life through belief or through your belief system, okay? When you're manifesting, you know, you're basically looking to bring something into your life through your belief system. And The theory of manifestation is if you believe in yourself and believe in what you want, and you keep believing in yourself day after day after day after day, no matter how long it takes to accomplish it, even if it takes a long time to accomplish it, if you keep believing in yourself, it'll eventually come to you. You will manifest what you want. Or you have ended up manifesting what you wanted. Now, I'm walking through the bad reception area here, and if it kind of breaks up a little bit, please bear with me. How you doing, AZ Pro? What's going on, dude? Got 37 in the box. Got 7 thumbs up, 37 in the box. Please smash the thumbs up and please share this out. I would greatly appreciate it. You know, before you can even start to manifest what you want in your life, one of the most important things that you need to understand, in my opinion, is the law of attraction. A lot of people don't realize how important the law of attraction is. And I've talked about this before many times over the past. It's been a while, but we're going to get back into a deep dive of some of the most important coaching principles that have helped my life, that have helped me become stronger, that have helped me become a better person, that have helped me accomplish things that I've wanted to accomplish, like the love of my life, which is Dawn, and this business here, and having 2 monetized channels on YouTube in good standing for years, and continuing to build, you know, my dream and what I truly enjoy doing. I manifested this over 6 years ago. I started to manifest this coaching business because it's something that I was already doing throughout my entire life. I was already doing it to help people. And I enjoyed doing it just for the sake of doing it, beyond any money that can be made through it and has been made through it, right? But before that's even possible, you have to understand the law of attraction. Because without attracting people into your life for whatever reason, whether it's for a business or for personal reasons, right? Like dating and marriage and all that. You have to understand the law of attraction, what it is, and how to put yourself in the right mindset to attract the right people into your life. Because you can also attract the wrong people into your life. Now, sometimes the wrong people will try to barge into your life because they see you're happy. And because they're miserable, they want to barge in with their misery to try to knock you down a few pegs, so that way they can try to kick you down to their level as a pathetic attempt to make themselves feel better. But you don't let them do that because you're a happy person, right? And you believe in yourself, and you have self-love. The law of attraction is this, okay? How you see yourself is how everyone else and the rest of the world is going to see you. The law of attraction is very, very simple. The law of attraction, once again, is how you see yourself is how everyone else and the world is going to see you. So if you're an unhappy person that has no self-love, If you're insecure, if you're immature, right? If you're a grown-ass adult and you're behaving like a little kid, who do you think you're going to attract into your life? You're going to attract the same type of crowd, right? You're going to attract other immature adults, and it's going to hinder your progress of whatever you're trying to manifest, bring into your life, because of the way you see yourself and your lack of self-belief, self-love, right? Your lack of self-love. You know, at age 50, I have a lot of self-love. I'm very happy with who I am. And humbly speaking, I see myself as a down-to-earth, outgoing, decent person that loves to help people, loves to inspire people. And I'm a happy person just to be alive. I wake up every day and happy that I'm just alive. It doesn't take much to make me happy. I'm very simple, right? And the reason why it doesn't take a lot to make me happy is because I don't allow people, I've learned in life, I don't allow people to barge in and bring misery or bring, bring me down, right? Like I've mentioned many times in the past, and I'll mention here today, there are a lot of people out here that are going to see you as a happy person, and because they're miserable, they feel that you don't have the right to be happy unless they're happy. And because they're not, they're going to see your happiness as frustration. They're going to say to themselves, no one else deserves to be happy if I'm not happy, which is a very selfish thing. Well, people that are in a crappy mood, people that don't love themselves and are in a depressed state and stuff, are just going to pretty much hate the world. When you come off that way, you're going to attract the similar people or those similar people in your life. If you haven't noticed, people that participate out here on YouTube, if you haven't noticed that the audience of every creator is based on how happy or miserable or in between that creator is. Like attracts like. Like attracts like. So if you want to be able to manifest something amazing to bring into your life, like I've been, doing through this, throughout this coaching business thing, you have to have self-love, self-respect, self-appreciation. You have to believe in yourself. You have to love who you are. Because again, how you see yourself is how everyone else and the rest of the world's going to see you. Okay? It's actually a pretty simple concept that people make very difficult. Let me get into some shade over here, and I will check out the chat again. Once again, tonight at around 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, we might start a half an hour. After that time, we'll update the time on the event page. If we need to push it back a half hour, Don and I are going to be going live right here on Coach Eli, 2 members only, and Don's going to be talking about her experiences and thoughts of modern world issues. So get your $4.99 channel membership if you already haven't, and join us here tonight. $32 in the box, 8 thumbs up. Thank you so much for being here. Hey Beatrice, how you doing? Kayla, please don't block me for saying this. Well, Kayla, you're leading me to believe that you're trolling. You are trolling, Kayla. I'm sorry. I got to get rid of you. Now I know you're trolling. If you think AZ Prod, she was trolling with what she said, I mean, come on. Nurse, seizures, that's just too coincidental. That's just garbage. Just garbage. I'm sorry, Kayla. Beatrice says, hi, AZ, how's your weekend going? Beatrice, Eli, you always come off very happy and like you have a full, fulfilled life. That's enough to make some people mad. I'm doing well, Beatrice. Glad to see Eli making coaching content. Yeah, me too. Well, yeah. I mean, here's the thing, AZ Prod. You know, I'm gonna be doing a combination of both. You know, even when I'm, calling out the idiots, I'm not trying to be a drama channel. Sometimes people need to be called out as a coaching lesson. But I'm glad that you're finding value here because this is very important. Yeah, Beatrice, that you're absolutely right. When you're a happy person and you love who you are deep within, internally, right? That will upset people that are miserable or lacking, what you have. When they see you displaying and having what they want, it just tears them up inside. It just makes them feel like, wow, why can't I have what Eli has? And it's interesting because I've encountered a lot of people in that state, in that mind frame, right? Or in that mindset. I've encountered a lot of people in that mindset out here on YouTube, right? And they come over here and they know they need help and they know we can help them and I can help them and so can Don. But instead of being open to our advice, they start to attack us. And I can understand to a certain extent people that are in a miserable state trying to turn their lives around don't want to hear what their issues are. But how are you going to solve your issues and become a better, happier person until you identify your issues, or at least have someone help you identify your issues so you can correct them and better yourself, right? That's what it boils down to. And the thing is, everything these people are struggling with regarding being unhappy, seeing other people being happy like myself, I used to be just like them. I think we've all been miserable at one point or another in our lives. Typically, this happens when you're younger and inexperienced. You go through a period in your life, in your preteens and your teenage years, and then throughout your early to mid-20s, you're still trying to figure yourself out. And you lack experience, right? You lack experience. Now, this is the place where that dog is at, so I'm going to come out here on the street and try to avoid super crazy barking dog. Maybe he's inside with his master today because it's warmer. But yeah, I used to be just like a lot of these people. I used to not love who I was as much as I do today. I mean, I really never fully hated myself. I lacked confidence. I lacked self-respect. I didn't believe in myself as much as I do today. And I really didn't start to figure that out probably till my late 20s or early 30s. I started to turn things around in my late 20s and early to mid 30s. And then, in my mid to late 30s and early 40s, when I started to attend networking events all over Northern California because I became self-employed and I got my insurance licenses, I needed to network with other people to build my business. And I had some previous experience in the corporate world doing some public speaking, but I never did public speaking at general networking events and stuff like that in front of a lot of people. Like I used to do public speaking in front of maybe 10 to 50 people. At these networking events, there was hundreds of people there at times. Sometimes they were smaller groups, like 5 to 10 to 20 to 30 people. But even 5 to 10 to 20 or 30 people can be scary if you're new to public speaking. And I'll tell you, as I did more and more public speaking, that really more so built up my confidence to find out more about who I am and have more self-love and self-respect and self-confidence. And it's not about showing off. It's not about acting like you're all that. It's just being who you are. If you are truly happy, people will notice that without you having to say a word. They can see your aura. They can feel your happiness, right? Okay, one more lap to go, folks. I'm going to get over here in the shade and I'll check out the chat here. Got 35 in the box, 11 thumbs up. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, Tiff, how are you doing? Tiff, if you missed my earlier stream, you're going to want to check it out. It was a very good stream. I don't know if you saw it or you heard it, but that stream will explain a whole lot. It's got almost 500 views right now, and it'll explain a lot. It's going well, Tiffany. How are you? Great to see you here. Well, I think she was trolling because she was saying things that were too coincidental with what Dawn is going through, Tiff. I think she's trolling. Unless you personally know her. Do you personally know her, Tiffany? Easy process. I'm doing well, Beatrice. Glad to see you. I already read that. Okay. Hey, Lawrence. How you doing, man? Welcome. Yeah, I do not like barking dogs either. Yeah. I hear you. Maybe it was an accident. No, she really went through those things. All right. If you know it for a fact, I'll bring her back. Okay? All right, Kayla, we're gonna bring you back, but I don't know why you would say please don't ban me for saying these things, because you were thinking, Kayla, that I was gonna assume you were trolling because it was so similar to what Dawn's been through. If you've truly been through that and it's just coincidental, then welcome back and please accept my apologies, okay? And Tiffany, thank you for going to bat for her. Listen, this is where I like to use my resources and people that I know and trust regarding people I don't know and haven't built some trust with yet. Thank you, Tiffany. I appreciate that. Thank you. She's a kind, supportive person of your channel. Well, I'll take your word. I'll take your word on that. Chatter, did you always have a good speaking voice or did you develop it? That's a great question. Well, here's the thing. Before I answer that, outspoken, very good question. Don and I are thinking about doing a public speaking course or seminar, like through what do you call it? Through Zoom. We would take that offline. We would probably start doing it. We would probably do it like once every 3 or 4 months. And it would be something that would be probably maybe a 2 to 3 month weekly or bi-weekly meeting on Zoom for the people that would be interested. And it's one of those. Public speaking is something that is not easy for anyone to do. People will fear it more than other stuff. They fear it more than death. It's just one of those things. I've shared this before, but I'll share it again outspoken. For me, I've always paid attention to things very closely. And growing up, I'm 50 years old now. Growing up in my teenage years, we're going back 35 years ago, there wasn't as much content as there is today. We had over-the-air TV, local TV stations, and about 20 or 30 cable channels, right? And programming wasn't typically 24/7 on most stations as it is today. So stations would stop programming, playing programs and shows and stuff at around midnight or so, and then they would do what are called infomercials overnight. You've heard of infomercials, right? Kayla, if you're watching, come back. I've done similar things in the past and have been wrong, just trying to help out. Okay, yeah, no, I understand. That's great. No, thank you, Tiffany. I understand. We all make mistakes, yeah. Tiffany, did you get a chance to see my stream from earlier? Like I said earlier, if not, you're going to want to check it out. It'll hit home with you. I've been getting lots of emails today, people saying that the discords all over these drama groups are going crazy because it's giving them something to think about. I've been trying to share this information with people for years, and I think finally today it's really hitting home with people. I would watch infomercials, and there were 3 infomercials that would pop on, like night after night in sequential order. The first one was what inspired me to be a great speaker. And who did I learn that from? Not even realizing I was learning it, right? There was a guy named Don Lapre that used to sell packages on how to make money through tiny classified ads out of his 1-bedroom apartment. Do you remember Don Lapre? He passed away like 10 years ago. Don Lapre was this decent-looking dude, kind of a shorter dude. So he kind of had like that small short man's complex, but he was like very confident, right? He was a very happy guy. I think he was a scam artist, but anyway, he would come on the TV in the middle of the night, in the first of 3 infomercials, and he would say, I made thousands and thousands of dollars placing tiny classified ads out of my 1-bedroom apartment. And I'm like, this dude is like emphasizing every word. Like I was getting annoyed because I was younger back then. I didn't know what this guy was doing. I thought he was trying to sell us a pipe dream, and he was. But his speaking style was very convincing. He was emphasizing his words. And night after night, I'd hear the same infomercial. I'd sit through it. I was like hooked, right? I kept hearing tiny classified ads out of my one bedroom apartment, right? Like I said, I called him the emphasizer, right? He would emphasize the more important words to try to get you to buy into him, right? And that's right there. That's what I've really mimicked my speaking style on through Don Lapre. Don Lapre was a great speaker until he passed away. He was a shady con artist, like many people are. And they know how to talk and get you to believe in anything they're trying to sell you. Now, what I do here is completely legitimate, but I don't force people to buy anything. But I do emphasize certain things, and you can feel the influx in my voice, the highs and the lows. And that's what public speaking is all about. But Don Lapre and that commercial, right? And then after Don Lapre, some of you have heard this before. Tom Vu would come on, this Asian immigrant entrepreneur. He would come on and say, "Hello, my name is Tom Vu. You want to be rich? Come to my seminar. Look at all these beautiful women. You could have them too. Just come to my seminar." SEMINAH, right? He couldn't pronounce the R's, right? No disrespect intended. It's just, that's how it was. And another thing that inspired my speaking style was the third person that came on after those two, and that was a guy named Tony Robbins that I didn't know back then. This was like 35 years ago, and I thought Tony Robbins was a joke. I thought all of this life coaching and personal development that I believe in and do myself today as a business, I thought it was all a big joke until later on down the road, I realized how much it impacted my life and changed my life. You don't realize that when you're younger. That's why it's very hard to convince people, especially younger people, how important personal development is. It is. Tony Robbins would come on in the middle of the night, and he'd be screaming at the top of his lungs, "The power in you is invested deep within yourself, and how you see yourself is how people are going to see you, and you have to have self-belief." And so the guy would be screaming, right, on stage. You would hear him. Like I would literally go down the hallway to take a leak, and my TV's volume was on low, and I could still hear Tony Robbins in the bathroom, down the hall. That's how loud the dude was. And I couldn't stand him initially, but now I love Tony. And I 10 years ago, I went to a Tony Robbins seminar in San Jose, California out here. I paid $600, went to a 4-day seminar, Unleash the Power Within. I walked on fire. Many of you have heard of the fire walk that Tony Robbins does at his events. I walked on fire. It was fantastic. It was best freaking seminar ever. Tony Robbins, I'm subscribed to him on YouTube. I even still watch his live events he does on YouTube at times. Tony Robbins is just an inspirational man. He's such a positive man. That dude has manifested an amazing life with his wife Sage and their kids, and he's a big dude too. I wouldn't mess with him. He's one big mofo, but he's as kind. He's as kind as a puppy, but I bet you if you mess with Tony, he'd be like a grizzly bear. He's a big dude. He's a massive dude. Give me a second. I'm going to pass by here. I just wanted to slow down for a second because there were some kids over there getting in the car, and they were looking at me, drawing too much attention, trying to keep those kids off the camera. So all three of those guys inspired my speaking style. And when I was in my teenage years, I used to pretend to be a DJ in my living room, or not in my living room, in my bedroom. I had 45 records, and I would buy all the latest hits with my newspaper route money that I would do back then. And I would listen to, all the on-air personalities back then, the DJs. I liked their voice and how they were introducing songs. It would be like 99.7 FM, X100. That's New Kids on the Block, and Please Don't Go Girl. Remember that? Do you remember the New Kids, Tiffany, or anyone else? Please don't go, girl. You will ruin my whole world. Tell me you'll stay. That was Joey McIntyre, right? Never ever go away. I love you. I guess I always will. Girl! Oh, God. You're my best friend, girl. Oh, my God. I just want you to know that I will always love you. Ooh, baby. Don Lapre was charged with 41 counts of conspiracy, mail fraud, wire fraud, and died in jail awaiting prosecution. Yeah, that's what it was. I can't remember his entire story, but yeah. But he was a hell of a speaker, and he would emphasize his words, and that's where I got a lot of my speaking style from, Hey, Patty, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Not much, Patty. We're having a positive show today on the law of attraction and manifestation and the abundance mindset. So that's where, I got my speaking style from. Hope that answers your question. And yeah, Don and I are going to be doing some speaking seminars, probably via Zoom. They're going to be affordable, paid aspects. Of course, we would need to have at least probably 10 people, pay for it to be feasible. But it would be very affordable. It'd be something like, $20-25, something like that. It would be very, very feasible and very affordable. At least for the time being. Right now, as Don and I still are building our business, whenever you're building a business, people don't understand. Now's the time to get things cheap, right? Because what happens if we grow to 100K subs or 200K subs or 500,000 subs? That same $25, private event we'd be running is going to be more valuable because our demand's going to be higher. And when you have more demand and less supply, the cost goes up, right? That's what it all boils down to. I try to tell people, if you can get in early on things, that's the best time to do it. Because it's cheaper, right? It doesn't mean there's less value. It means that, hey, right now we're still growing, and we're basically practically giving most of everything for free or very low cost because we want you folks to see the value before you invest more. Yeah, it's a very nice day at the park. A lot of people are out. They're out in shorts, tank tops. It's fantastic. Got 24 in the box, 11 thumbs up. Thank you so much for being here. Tony Robbins was accused. I doubt that was true. Tony Robbins would never do something like that. And when people have money, they they get accused of anything and everything under the sun. That's what sucks about this world, is that people can sue you for like breathing air. It doesn't mean they're going to win. They usually don't win, but that's what sucks. Google it, smart guy. All right, don't sit there and poke at me, because I'll fucking ban you. As a matter of fact, I'm going to ban you because I don't like that smart ass attitude. You get snippy with me or you get the smart ass attitude, you're gone. I'm not going to put up with that shit. And if Kayla was genuine, she would be back here. I appreciate your help, Tiff. I have a pretty good troll radar, and I appreciate you standing up, Tiffany, and we did give her another chance, but now that she's gone, I'm sure she's still watching. Or she's doing something else. It just goes to show. People will show their true colors and their true cards. And I mean, you're pretty spot on. You have good intuition, Tiff. I do too. I'm pretty intuitive. When it comes to my intuition regarding trolls, my accuracy is very high. So the law of attraction, how you see yourself is how everyone else and the rest of the world's going to see you. So if you want to manifest something great, like I'm manifesting this coaching business to be successful, so Don and I can help more people, which is what we enjoy doing. How am I doing that? Using the law of attraction. I have self-love, self-respect. I take good care of myself. I dress well. I speak well. Right? I'm consistent with my content. How I'm showing up plays a big part in whether what I'm trying to manifest will come to reality at some point. Because I believe in myself. You have to believe in yourself and believe in what you're trying to manifest for it to come to fruition. And you have to also understand that you're going to have to work hard at it and smart, and you have to put time into it. It's not going to, whatever you're trying to manifest is not going to happen right away. I've been doing this for 6 years. I know there are people that have been trying to get something going business-wise for 10 years before it took off. And if you've been doing something like this as long as I have, people will try to kick you down. Like, you're going to have haters that are going to say, you've been doing this for 6 years, and you still haven't made any money. Well, I've made some, not a lot, but I have made money. I have made some. And the revenue continues to grow. I keep moving the needle forward just a little bit each and every day. But you can't listen to those haters because they're just jealous that you're still moving forward, even though you're not as successful as you probably would like to be, or as they perceive you to be. You're on your way to getting there. And that's what's actually bothering your haters more, is the fact that you're not a quitter, and they see you continuing to push forward, and they know you will reach success eventually, and they're trying to prevent you from doing that because they wish they could be in your shoes, right? So the law of attraction for me, I have self-love, self-respect, self-appreciation. I take care of myself. I'm a happy person. I put out to the world what I want to get back. I've always said this as well. What you put out, you get back. What you put out, you get back. You are who you associate with. It's true. All those things are true. You've heard them many times. What you put out, you get back, and you are who you associate with. If you want to accomplish something, you have to believe in yourself. You have to manifest it. Okay? You have to have the belief in yourself and what you're trying to accomplish for it to start manifesting. And it's going to take time for it to fully manifest. And you can't give up after a week or two. You got to keep going. I've been doing this for 6 years, and I'm still going. You can't let anyone get in the way, trying to deter you from reaching success. Even if you've done it as long as I have, and you have other people saying that, oh, you're a loser, or you're pathetic, you can't, you can't do this, right? No, you got to ignore that shit. You got to keep on moving forward. And after you manifest what you want and you're in progress of making it happen, like I've been with this business, you have to have what's called the abundance mindset, okay? We've got a fiesta happening over here. Yeah. It's a live band, actually. I think somebody is getting baptized. It looks like a baptism or something like that. And they've got a live band there. That's cool. Wonderful. Or a partial band. Okay. It's a fiesta. The abundance mindset is something that you should always be thinking of. You can't focus yourself on just, one or two people. One of the best examples for the abundance mindset is when men are trying to, find a woman that they want to start dating, right? A lot of men go on these dating apps and they message a few women. And they get one that responds, and she's kind of wishy-washy, and they focus all their time and energy on trying to get her out of that wishy-washy state and convince her that they're the best guy for her and that she should go on a date with them, right? And all in all, this woman is very attractive and is really not that interested in that guy. But she has him on the back burner, 10 guys deep, right? As a last resort, right? She's got the abundance mindset. That's how women are now. That's how women have always been. They have the abundance mindset. Because of the thirsty beta males nowadays, these women have 100 guys waiting in the queue. So they have their choice of whatever they want. But they're still going to pick and choose the one that stands out the most, the one that does it for them the most. So as a man, how can you be that one guy that she chooses out of 100 or more that are in the queue, right? When you have the abundance mindset, women are more attracted to you. This is just an example in the aspect of men trying to find a good woman to date. Again, you got to have the abundance mindset. You got to go out on dating sites and message hundreds of women each day. Go out there and message a ton of women, right? And talk to lots of women. And you can't come off weak, needy, desperate, or insecure. You got to throw a lot of irons in the fire. When you do that, you're going to get 5 or 10 women that are going to respond to you. Half of them will be, interested. The other half, will have a low level of interest. They'll push you on the back burner, but you were interesting enough to at least get a response. The other 5 will be interested, and 2 of those 5 women that are interested will be really interested. You got to focus on the ones that are really interested, but you can't come off as needy. You can't come off as they're the only one that you want, and if you can't have them, you don't want any other woman, right? You got to have the abundance mindset. Because then you come off more natural because you don't care about the outcome. Like, you put yourself out there, and if it works out, it works out. If not, so be it. You message these women through these apps, and if you hear back from them, cool. If not, you move on. There's plenty of other fish in the sea. And that's the best example I can give you regarding the abundance mindset. It works the same way throughout many other aspects of life, personally and professionally, but that was just one example there. Okay? When you have the abundance mindset in all aspects of life, you're not going to come off needy. You're not going to come off as desperate, trying to just befriend one or two people. You're going to be like, hey, fuck it. If no one wants to be around me, I'm cool with that. Right? But here's the thing. When you have the attitude, if no one wants to be around me, I'm cool with that, and you truly are good with that and you're laid back, that's going to attract more people into your life. Because you're not being a tryhard. You just got to be yourself. I used to struggle with all this. I used to be a tryhard. Let me tell you. When I was a tryhard, I attracted nobody. No one wanted to be around me. I was just too much. Some people still think I'm too much today, which, yeah, they're probably right. But I'm not a tryhard anymore. I just put myself out there to many people. And I understand some will stick and some won't. Anyway, I got to get going because Don and I are going to be going live members only. I'm going to just mention right now, we're going to push back the members only live to 9:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. Need a little more time to set up because I got out here on this walk a little bit later than I wanted to. So Don and I are going to be going live at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. I will change the time when I get home from the laptop. And it's going to require you to have at least a $4.99 channel membership. Dawn and I are going to be talking about what's going to be about Dawn. Dawn's going to be sharing her thoughts about modern world issues. And basically talking about how things were when she was younger compared to how they are today. And how it's affected her. I'm going to share my thoughts on it too, but this show is going to be more primarily about Dawn because it's going to come from the standpoint of someone that's been married, that has children, has gone through divorce, has gone through a lot of health issues out of her control. Okay, she's been through a lot in life, and here she is about to turn 49, and she's still moving on. She's still, pushing forward. And I'll tell you, my own woman's story and how she's come a long way. And she's still been fighting to have a wonderful life despite what she's been through. It's very inspirational to me. And I think that's part of the reason why I love her so much because she's an inspiration. She really is. And she's one of the most loyal, faithful, and genuine, kind-hearted women I've met. Does she have her moments? Can she be a pain in the ass? Yeah, but so can I. Who isn't at times, right? So join us tonight right here on Coach Eli 2 at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 p.m. Pacific for our members only live. Again, this is going to be a no-drama stream. It's going to be just us and our members having a nice chat. You're going to get our undivided attention. Dawn will be sharing her thoughts on this great topic. I'll share some of mine, and we'll be on for about an hour, hour and a half at least. Hopefully not longer because I want to spend some time with Dawn. But you never know. Sometimes these things go up to 2 hours or more. So get your $4.99 channel membership, and please join us in just a little bit. With that being said, have a good one. Take care, and as always, be good to each other.